Many games are revered as classics, never-aging jewels that still glisten after 10, 15, 20 plus years. Other loved games are nothing more than just a shadow of what they once were. This is Rioshoa, and welcome to Aging Gaming. Mario Kart 7, Mario Kart 64, Mario Kart, that's some kind of Roman numeral, right? No? Just Wii? Yeah, okay. Mario Kart has a weird numbering system and goes by many different names. But only the first Mario Kart was bold enough to call itself Super. And for good reason, too. Super Mario Kart was the first of its kind, taking mayhem and racing and really meshing it together while offering a fun experience. You could change the difficulty to fit your skill, choose from 8 vastly different characters, and even battle other players in one-on-one battle mode. Now the real appeal didn't come from the racetracks alone, but rather the fact that you could choose characters from the Mario universe. What's better is that you had a chance to play as Peach again, and she kicked ass in Super Mario Bros. 2! Or even better, you could play as Bowser. Bowser! Holy shit! Flipping a fucking table here! Okay, so not so amazing today since they've been playable in every Mario Kart, and have been playable in other games since. But this was really cool for its time, and was really exciting for many kids. Kids such as myself, for example. This game brings back one of the funniest memories for me, and it's likely completely by chance that this occurs. But I still remember being a 7-year-old playing this game with my mother, and I couldn't get her to play any other games outside of this. But this was one of those tilt games. What's a tilt game? It's one of those games where you turn the controller when you're trying to turn in the game. My driving always took a nosedive whenever I played with my mother because I'd be laughing my ass off as she tilted and jerked the controller around whenever she was making tight turns. Super Mario Kart really cornered the market for the kart racing games, as very few companies have dared, let alone match the Mario Kart franchise. And no, before I go on, I don't like Sonic Fault Hard Facing Transpired. God, that name's ridiculous. When this game hit the market, it was just another chance for the portly plumber to show off that he was able to take on any new style of gaming, and put others to shame at the same time. Since Super Mario Kart, the franchise has evolved and moved on to better experiences. Right? Well, that's why we're here. It's time to see what age has done to this game. Hey, what can I say? The music itself, even after all this time, still has such a wonderful and catchy beat. Honestly, most of the soundtracks in this game is really good. So that's a bonus right off the bat, and you know what, I'll probably comment on that a little bit more as we go through the video, but for now I'm just gonna say, I love the music. And honestly, the opening, it's pretty entertaining. But enough about that, let's actually head into the actual game itself. Okay, I don't want to be mean, and I don't want to knock on the characters or anything like that. I mean, the roster's kind of small with just 8 characters, I'll admit. And to be frank, if you really want to knock on anything, what the hell are they doing? Like Peach, why are you winking at me? Stop winking! Stop that! Stop it! Stop that! And Yoshi? Yoshi, you have a serious problem there with your mouth. Donkey Kong Jr., oh god, like, yay! Yay! Alright, enough has been said. I'm making fun of the other characters and their funny animations, but you know what? I want to play as Bowser. I flipped the table, now I want to use my brute force on the racetrack. Oh boy, here we go. Let's see this! Come on, Bowser! Yeah! And here we go. Oh. Well, I guess he's not that bad. I mean, but I feel pretty sluggish. Alright, I guess maybe Bowser's just starting off kind of poorly. I mean, he can't really be that bad, can he? Like, come on now, at the beginning of every race, like, a bunch of guys just kind of drive by me. This is on, like, 50cc, and everyone just kind of passes by me. Oh my god, you just go through the dirt here. Like, how is Mario even pushing me around like that anyways? Like, seriously, I'm Bowser. Like, Okay, now we're talking. Yep, Bowser's Castle. I mean, this is home team advantage. There's no way I'm gonna screw this up. Oh my god, why are there so many corners? Fuck! 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 Yeah, fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck you, Bowser. I'm done with you. Done? Goodbye, good friends, so long. Alright, I think it's fair enough to say you just don't want to use Bowser, and at the same time, you don't want to use Donkey Kong Jr., because you know what? They're both a couple of fat asses. Fuck them! To be fair, it's not just Bowser and Donkey Kong Jr. you don't want to use. You probably don't want to use Peach or Yoshi or Mario or Luigi either. I mean, Koopa Troopa and Toad are just clearly the best characters to use. One of the biggest differences between the first Mario Kart and the rest of them is the fact that you're actually given 5 tracks per cup instead of 4, which gives you more tracks to race on until, you know, the DS version started introducing throwback stages. But at the same time, they're not nearly as diverse overall. That is to say, you get like Koopa Beach 1, Koopa Beach 2, Mirror Circuit 1, Mirror Circuit 2. Whereas in the later games, you're actually given like Donkey Kong Raceway, and I don't know what the rest of them are called, but none of them are ever like the same track twice. When you're just looking at the feel of the game, that's another segment where you kind of say, yeah, this feels different from the rest of the Mario Karts. That is to say, the controls aren't as precise. They feel a little wonky. It's kind of hard to explain. Like, at the same time, you know, you still turn, you still have gas, you still have brakes, you can back up. A cool feature is the fact that you can actually look behind you, so that's actually pretty cool. I will definitely give props to that. However, it's kind of like when you're trying to make the sharp turns. Usually in the Mario Kart games, you hop and you kind of skid a little bit, and then you make your turn a little tighter because of that. You skid too long and you'll, you know, wipe out. In this, it's kind of, you have to like hop and then let go to make the sharp turn. It just feels weird. Now, you take those wonky controls I just mentioned, and add it to the fact that you're going to up the difficulty as the, you know what, 50cc is pretty fucking easy. I'm just going to be blunt. It's really, really easy. But the stages themselves start to get really ridiculous, like really fucking convoluted. I mean, look at that stage with Bowser there. Trust me, that stage, it's not a cakewalk, to say the very least. I did rage quit for a reason. That being said, it gets really friggin' infuriating, just on 100cc even. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I cannot beat 150cc. I cannot. It's just too fucking difficult. Because as the game goes on, the stages get really, really, really freaking hard to maneuver around, and on top of that, you're actually stuck with being reliant on items. You make one mistake and you're basically behind unless you have like 4 more laps still to go. You might get a bit of a catch-up, or maybe even if you get to the end. But that being said, you have to bear in mind the fact that you're actually going to need good items. Because I have fallen to the back quite a few times, and ooh, here comes the next item block, and what do I get? Coins. Fucking coins. I don't need coins when I'm in 8th place. I don't need coins when I'm in, like, 7th. I don't want coins when I'm in fucking 1st, to be honest with you. Hell, it's really frustrating, you know? I started to get a little ragey. I'm just gonna say. And like I said, you do the special cup, it gets really fucking challenging. One thing that's really worth noting is, based on the character you pick, you get a certain rival character, so to speak. That is to say, one particular character who will always be the guy that'll be fighting for first against you. Say, for example, Koopa Troopa. It's always Luigi. Just to be blunt, it's always Luigi. And look at this, 150cc, playing through the Special Cup, the first fucking stage, which, might I add, is actually harder than Rainbow Road in my honest opinion. And look at him, he can't even stay in fucking first place, let alone, like, me. What the hell are you expecting? The AI he can't stay in first! Oh, and while I'm on the topic of the actual AI, you know what? They're fucking cheaters. They fucking cheat out their fucking ass, I tell you. Because, you know what? I don't know how many times I'd be right within Luigi's proximity, and suddenly, star. And then star. And then star. And then star. Hell, I remember one particular race where I had Yoshi riding my ass the entire fucking time, and you know what he did? He threw an egg, and an egg, and an egg, and an egg. Like, seriously, I didn't have the rear view mirror set, and I saw the mirror just activate because I was getting shit thrown at me, like, I don't know, like probably 4 or 5 times per lap. I was in first for the majority of that race, and then finally one of those godforsaken, goddamn fucking eggs hit me. And I had to start the race over, because you make it one little mess up, and you're back to the first. Alright, I think it's about time we just change the pace a little bit. And look at the other aspect that makes Mario Kart such a popular franchise. The battle mode. There are 4 battle courses in total, and you know what? That's actually kind of impressive. I think 4 is a legitimate number to have. I mean, battle mode is technically the secondary option of the game, so it's not like you're expecting like a bajillion different courses. And, you know, they're all actually different, at least from an atmosphere perspective. The first course is kind of a grassy, simplistic plain. You know, it's just nothing special, to be totally honest with you. And it's actually pretty fun. I mean, you know, I had a lot of fun playing on it. The second one is more of a... It's based off Koopa Beach. And, you know what, that stage is a stage just to be a dickhead. All you do is you get the feather and like, ha ha ha! I'm invincible! I have shells everywhere, and you cannot touch me! Until, of course, they get a feather and jump in with you. That being said, though, it's still pretty fun. The third course is actually an ice stage, and you get ice physics. So, how do you feel about ice physics is the main question, because I know it's very hit and miss with a lot of people. And the last course is actually based very similar to the Mario Circuit tracks. It's like the most base form, and honestly, it's really fun just because there's a lot of walls. And I had a lot of fun. Like, honestly, I was surprised at how much more fun the battle mode itself was compared to, you know, the actual race track. And that's actually the breakdown of the game overall in basically a nutshell. I mean, what else is there to say? The characters are basically non-usable unless you're using Koopa and or Toad. The tracks themselves start to get really ridiculous. The challenging factor of the game itself gets really ridiculous. And the game is just too reliant on items. And I know that seems hypocritical because that's one of the biggest aspects of the game, but I mean like literally, in the other Mario Karts I can at least, against the AI anyways, catch up and actually win on skill. And there's usually some sort of a balancing factor with the actual items. Like, seriously, they just give you random fucking items. Like I said, coins? I don't need coins in last. I don't want fucking banana peels in last place. I want a red shell. Or the lightning bolt. I want something good. The battle mode is actually really fun, though. I mean, if there's anything that really gives it a redeeming factor, it's the battle mode. But then again, there's Mario Kart 64 and they're blocked for it. It's the early 90s. Super Mario Kart is a true one-of-a-kind experience. Special. Breathtaking. Fast forward to today, and it's likely more annoying than anything else. It's easy to judge Super Mario Kart because there have been more since then. And just look at Mario Kart 7. You have a superior game in it. Although Super Mario Kart is revolutionary, it's aged poorly. You have better options today. I honestly respect the original, but it's just not as fun as it was. Well, that's just my 2 cents in this game. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not gonna make you. I'm not gonna beat it into you or anything like that. Everyone has the right to their own opinion. That being said, if you like what you see here, feel free to hit the like button. Even subscribe. Check out some of my other stuff. And, you know, maybe tell your friends, family. Okay, enough copping out. Until next time, this has been Rioshoa.